Dedicated Beatles fans are well aware that the iconic Lennon-McCartney songwriting credit became less representative of true collaboration as the band's career progressed. In the early days, John Lennon and Paul McCartney would sit down together and jointly write songs from beginning to end. But by the time they were working on the Help album, their joint efforts had started to fade. As the 1960s unfolded, Lennon and McCartney gradually went their separate creative ways. They each developed distinct songwriting styles and began to feel increasingly disinterested, especially Lennon, in co-writing as they once did. According to McCartney, however, their shift towards solo songwriting wasn't as dramatic as some narratives suggest. In an interview with NPR, he downplayed the tension, implying it was a natural evolution rather than a sudden rift. The members of the band had started living more individual lives, traveling, focusing on their families, and pursuing other creative interests. As a result, Lennon and McCartney often wrote while apart, drawing inspiration from their separate experiences. With no barrier stopping them from composing entire songs on their own, solo songwriting became the norm. In the 2 years following their debut, Please Please Me, the Beatles had matured musically. Their upbeat, sugary pop began giving way to more nuanced and layered compositions. By the time they released Help, the group was on the verge of a major artistic shift, one that would solidify their status as legends in rock music. While the Help album included energetic hits like the title track and Ticket to Ride, neither of these songs sparked as much emotional reaction from Lennon as the slower, more introspective track Yesterday. This melancholic ballad marked a turning point, showing that the Beatles could embrace vulnerability and produce music that resonated on a deeper, almost poetic level. Unfortunately for Lennon, it was McCartney, not himself, who brought this revelation to the world. Yesterday didn't just offer a new sound, it became a cultural phenomenon. Had it remained a lesser-known track, it's likely Lennon wouldn't have minded so much. But the song received widespread critical acclaim and spent a full month at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Its popularity magnified the emotional sting for Lennon, who reportedly found it difficult to accept that the band's most celebrated ballad came entirely from his bandmate. McCartney later shared, in an interview with Cosmic magazine, that Lennon's resentment toward Yesterday wasn't subtle. He noted how even hearing the song could provoke Lennon's irritation. The shared Lennon-McCartney credit likely intensified Lennon's frustration, as many people assumed he had helped write it and may have praised him for a success that wasn't his. Lennon's discomfort was also tied to his critical view of McCartney's songwriting. His inability to fully support or celebrate McCartney's achievement was rooted in their growing creative rivalry. Despite composing numerous groundbreaking and emotional tracks, such as the psychedelic masterpiece Strawberry Fields Forever, Lennon never had a single moment within the Beatles quite like Yesterday, and that reality seemed to linger with him.